Yeah, hello.
Hi, good evening, Khoa.
Yes, good evening, teacher.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
You're sleepy. Okay, never mind. We do have only 30 minutes for our lesson today.
Yeah,
So after 30 minutes, you can sleep now. Okay?
okay.
Okay. So let's continue our lesson, Khoa. Let me share the
Yeah,
presentation to you now, just for a moment.
yeah.
Okay. So what did you do in school?
School?
Yeah, did you go to school today?
No.
Oh, why? You don't have class?
Uh, uh, now is summer.
Ah, okay. So it's summer there also. Yeah? So we have
Okay.
also the same here in the Philippines. It's also summer vacation. Okay. Oh, so what
Uh,
did you do? What did you do for the whole day?
today?
Yeah, for the whole day. For the whole day, what did you do? Did you play computer games? Did you go somewhere? Did you go to the mall? Did you eat, dine out? So what did you do?
Oh, I help mom clean house, at clean house, and I play game.
Mm-hmm.
I go play with neighbor.
Mm, okay. So that
Yeah,
would be nice. Okay. At least you have a very fruitful day, right?
yeah,
Okay. So moving on with our lesson, Kwa. So last time we were able to discuss all about this particular jobs that we have seen in here in this picture, right?
yeah,
And we also discuss on how to say them, okay, on how to describe a certain job, okay, on how
yeah.
to say in English, okay. So like for example, how are we going to say that? We can say,
He's an artist.
okay, so he is an artist. So what would be the structure that we need to follow? So it should be the subject, then the verb, followed by an article a or on. So when do we use the a? When do we use
Uh,
the a?
the subject is what? The subject is a vowel. The
Okay,
subject,
uh-huh. A, if the first letter, okay, of a particular subject starts with a consonant. That's why we need to
okay.
use a, okay, a or a teacher, a nurse, a doctor. And then we use the an if you're talking about the first letter of the subject is a
Vowel.
vowel letter. Okay, so like for
Okay.
example, an engineer, an architect. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we can use this one. This is also correct, or we can also use his an artist, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, she is a musician. We can also say she's a musician. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, in describing, in saying a particular job, okay, a, we need to use what? We need to use subject, either he, she, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if the subject is, if we're talking of a male, we have to use he. If we're talking of a female, we have to use she. Okay, and then we can also use this one in a plural nouns. So how are we going to do that? So our pronoun can also be
They
um
artist.
yeah, so it follows also our verb. So if you're
Yeah.
talking of a plural pronoun, so the verb must also agree with our pronoun, right? So
Yeah.
how are we going to say that? They
They
are
are
artists.
artists.
So or
They
they're
they are artists.
okay, so they're artists, okay?
They are
We can
artists.
also say they're musicians, we're musicians. They're doctors, where hairdressers, where beauticians, their security men, or their football
Yeah.
players. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any questions so far with this, Kwan?
No, I don't have.
Okay, no more. Okay, now
Yeah.
moving on. How many of these jobs can you say in English? So check your answer with the answer key okay, below. So later on, we will going to check them. Okay, so pick 5 new words that you'd like to learn. Okay,
Oh, okay.
okay. Um, but we will not just going to pick only 5. Okay, we will going to do them. We will going to answer them. Okay, okay.
Oh,
Picture number 1. What
well,
do you think would be the job
designer, designer.
designer? Why is it she is a designer?
Mm, she's the building model.
So a designer do not design a building. So what
Oh,
do we
okay.
call this particular job that a certain person designs and what is one and measure okay a certain building. So what do we call them? Since she's a girl, so we can say
No, I don't know.
she's an
Just
architect, right?
architect.
Yeah, so she's an architect. So an architect, the one who designs buildings and houses. Okay, just like the picture in here, architect. Okay, picture number 2.
What?
What do you think would be picture number 2?
Um, I don't get it. I can't get it.
Okay, would you kindly guess?
No.
Guess only. Okay, so this one is architect. So we have to write down in here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
architect. Okay, what about picture number 2? What do you think?
No, I know too.
Oh, that just guess. Look at
Hmm.
look at her. She's holding something. She's holding a paper, and then she has a particular headset. So what do you think would be her work?
What? I don't know.
Okay.
Ah, I don't know too.
So you don't have any idea about it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. What about picture number 3?
Number three. Doctor. Doctor pet.
Doctor. Okay,
Yeah.
doctor 4.
For pet. For animal.
Okay, so what do we call doctor for animals? What
Oh,
do we
I
call
don't
them?
know. Well, I don't know. Call what?
It's a veterinarian, right?
Plus.
It's a vet. Okay, so
Oh,
veterinarian.
plus
Okay,
ignorant.
so veterinarian, okay, is a doctor for animals, right? So
Yeah.
veterinarian. Okay, next. What about number 4?
Oh, for doctor two.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Doctor what?
The one who is in charge of our teeth.
Oh,
What do we call that particular job? The one that is in charge for our teeth. So we call them as
as
you
dentist.
yes, that's correct. So we call them as dentists. Okay, next. What about number 5?
Nurse.
Okay. So she's a
Nurse.
nurse. Okay, next, picture number 3.
Mm, Section number what? Six?
Yes, or number six rather.
What? What is he? What
Is a
is a oh,
is a what? Okay, we can say that he's a plumber.
plumber?
Yes. Okay, a plumber.
Ooh,
Okay. Next.
chefs?
Okay. It's not a chef, but chef.
Chef.
Okay. He's a chef.
Chef. Okay.
It's not a chief. It's not a chief. It's not a chief, but a chef.
Chef.
Okay.
Chef.
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 Okay. Chef. Chef.
Chef. Chef.
Chef. Chef.
Chef. Chef.
Yes. Okay. Next.
Uh, designer. Yeah.
Hmm?
What
Number
what
eight.
the person what
Oh,
mm, I don't guess. I can't guess.
okay. Engineer. He's an
Engineer.
engineer. Okay. Next.
Uh, what what
The
is
one who's going to is going to go to the battlefield. So we call them as
soldier? Soldier.
soldier. Okay. It's a soldier. Okay.
Soldier.
Next.
What uh
The one who is working in as a field reporter. Okay,
report
so we call this one as
report
reporter,
oh
or we call this as journalists, right?
reporter.
Yeah, a reporter or a journalist.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So you cannot guess the second one.
No.
Okay, let me see another one. Let's try. Now I'm going to give you chance to look at the pictures. Kwa. Okay, look at the
Okay.
pictures, and then after that, give me the answer. Okay, I'm going to also to let you look at the
Mm. An participant. An administrator of that a dance under a builder. Check engineer soldier journalist factory worker lawyer footballer bank manager shop assistant model doctor musician waiter waitress pilot pilot flight attendant policeman reception teacher. Oh,
okay. Let's go back.
okay.
Now, do you have any idea of picture number two?
I number two, the administrator.
Yes, okay. An administrator, okay. We can also say that's a building administrator.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This one, not a plumber, but a builder. Okay. But we can also say it's a plumber, right? Because you can also see a lot of paraphernalia in here used for plumbing, right? Okay, so this one
Yeah.
is a chef, an engineer, a soldier, reporter, or a journalist. So we got them all correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what about this one?
What what is he?
Okay.
Mm, wait. I don't have a question. Which what is he? Repair person. Repair person. Yeah. Book model.
Mm-hmm.
What is? Oh, I don't know. What? Factory worker.
Okay. So he's a factory worker. He works in a factory. Okay. So we call this one
Oh,
as a factory worker.
oh, I think he is
Okay.
repair person.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think he is repair person. Oh,
Actually,
and
the one who's going to work in a factory, that would be a factory worker. So since he's working in a factory,
yeah.
okay, a factory means a manufacturer. Okay, like for example, a manufacturer or maker, makers of makers of cars, makers of something. So that would be a manufacturing company. Okay, so for those who are working in a manufacturing company, so we call them as factory worker. Okay, what about number 12?
Lawyer,
Hmm?
lawyer,
It's a law, okay? You have to say lawyer.
lawyer.
Yeah, it's a lawyer, okay?
Yeah,
Okay. So what is meant by lawyer? Do you know what's a lawyer?
yeah.
What's a lawyer?
What's a lawyer? The lawyer is
Yes.
a person. What? What? Don't explain.
Okay, like for example, if a certain person got committed a crime, right? So if a certain person committed a crime, so in order for him to become to be put in prison, so he will be sentenced first to become guilty or not guilty beyond reasonable doubt, right? So who's going to defend to those persons, okay, who got mistakes or who got or committed a crime. So that would be a lawyer.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So let's say, for example, um, you punch a person, okay, out of anger because you were triggered by that particular person, and then since you triggered, you punch him. Okay,
Yeah,
so that person goes to the police, and then he made a complaint against you, right? Okay, so in order for you to defend yourself, you need to hire for a lawyer to defend for you, right, Kwa? Okay,
yeah.
next. What about 13?
Football player.
Okay, so we call that one as a footballer. Okay?
Footballer.
Yeah, so another term for football player is a footballer. Okay,
Football.
but that's also correct. That's also correct when you say football player. That's
Yeah.
also correct. Okay,
Okay.
but we can also call that one as a footballer. Okay, next. What about 14?
In 14, bank manager.
Yes, it's a bank manager. Okay, do you know what's the work of a bank manager?
No.
Okay,
Bank.
actually, of course, you are going to work in a bank. That's why you are called as bank manager, right? So, what is your work as a bank manager? To manage the bank, right? So you
Yeah.
will going to oversee all the bank transactions. So you will going to manage the people in there. You will going to manage the money that would be deposited in your bank. Okay. You need to
Yeah.
talk to client. You need to do something on how are you going to have a client, right? So
Yeah.
that's a bank manager. Next, number 15.
Shop assistant.
Okay, so we call her as a shop assistant. So you what's a shop assistant?
Yeah.
What's a shop assistant?
Yes. It's shop assistant.
Okay, what is shop assistant? Can you please tell me or describe to me a shop assistant?
Uh, person buy what? Person
Okay,
pay
a person assisting
payment order.
assisting assisting the customer. Okay, so that would be a shop assistant. Okay, or sometimes we call them as a sales lady. A sales lady for girls, sales ladies for girls, and then salesman for a man.
Uh,
Okay, so for a woman, we call this one also as shop assistant or a sales lady. Okay.
okay.
Okay, next. Number 16.
Model.
Yes, okay. So she's a model. You know what's a model?
Yeah. Yeah. Model.
Okay.
No model.
Yeah, a
We.
model, of course, works as in a modeling company,
Yeah.
right? And he models something just like clothes. Okay, so you are going to wear that and then you are going to model that one. Okay, so
Okay.
that's a model. Okay, next. What about number 17?
Is doctor.
Yes, okay. He is a medical doctor.
Medical doctor.
Yeah. But of course, we call them, whether you are a medical doctor, we call them also in general as doctor.
Doctor.
Okay. Dentist is also a doctor.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Next. Yeah,
What?
but the difference of the dentist is a dentist is a doctor for our teeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a medical doctor, um, it's a doctor for all. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, number 18,
Musician. Musician.
a musician, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember how to use the article, huh, Kwa?
Yeah.
We have to say a musician. Okay,
Magician.
or a musician. Now remember, if we are going to use this one in a sentence, we can say he's a musician.
Musician.
Okay, next. Number 19.
Hair dresser.
Okay, a hairdresser,
Hair.
right? Yeah. Okay, next. Okay,
What?
next. Number 90, 20 is
Okay.
a
Reception.
mhm,
No. Waiter.
yes. So we can call this one as a waiter, or okay, if if it is a boy, it's a waiter, right? Okay, if it's a man, it's a waiter. If it is a woman, that would be
What?
waitress.
Waitress.
Okay, waitress.
Waitress.
Okay, that will be it. Next, let's continue. Number
Pilot.
21.
Pilot.
Okay, he's a pilot.
He's a pilot.
Yeah, he's a pilot. You know what's the work of a pilot?
Yeah. Uh, fly my fly plane.
Okay, flying airplane, right?
Yeah.
He's the captain of the airplane. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why we call them as captain. Okay, uh, we call them as a captain because they are the pilot, or they are the one in charge for flying the airplane. Okay, next, number 22.
What? Flight attendant.
Okay, so the one in charge, okay, for the welfare of the passengers. Okay, they are called as flight. Okay, flight attendant. Okay, so flight attendant. Okay, so what's the work of a flight attendant?
No.
You know what's the work of the flight attendant?
Uh,
Taking
work,
good
work,
care,
work in
taking good
plane.
care, yes, taking good care of the passengers, okay, on a plane, right? Um,
Okay.
yeah. If you, let's say for example, if you wanted to go to the comfort room, so you just have to ask for the help of the flight attendant. Okay. So if you need someone, if you need something, you need to ask the flight attendant, right? Do
Uh,
not ask the pilot, okay, because
yeah.
that's not the work of the pilot. Okay, so
Yeah.
on an airplane, you will have to ask help to the flight attendant, but not to the pilot. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, number 23.
Uh, Policeman. Oh, he is police.
Okay, he's a policeman if he's a male, right? But if he's a female, if she's a female, so that would be police
Policeman.
woman. Okay,
Policeman.
so policeman for those who are men,
Yeah.
and then for those who are women, we call them as police woman. Okay, next, number 24.
Uh, what? Reception.
Okay, a receptionist.
Receptionist.
A receptionist. Okay. So what's the work of a receptionist, Khoa?
We work in hotel.
Yes. Okay. So a receptionist works at a hotel. Okay. She is the one. It can also be a man. It can also be a woman. So they are
Yeah.
in charge when it comes to the checking in and checking out of the
Hotel.
guests. Okay, the
Oh,
guests. Okay, next,
okay.
the last one.
Teacher.
Yes, okay. So she's a teacher or he's a teacher. So a teacher can be a man, a teacher can be a woman. Okay, so that would be a teacher. Okay, what?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now, let's try to go back to the pictures in here, Kwa. Now, I want you to use in a sentence all of the pictures, starting with picture number one. Can you please use that one in your own sentence? Like, for example, she's an architect, right?
Okay.
Okay. Picture number two,
She's an administrator. Administrator.
administrator.
Administrator.
Okay, next.
She a
She's
veteran.
she's
She's a, a she's a vet,
veterinarian.
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 Yes. Okay. So she's a veterinarian.
She's a veterinarian.
Okay. Next, number four.
He is a dentist.
He's a
He's
dentist.
dentist.
Okay. Next.
She's a nurse.
Correct. Next.
He's a builder,
Okay, builder.
builder,
Builder.
builder.
Okay, next.
He's a chef's
He's a chef.
chef's. He a
Chef.
chef,
Chef. Again.
chef.
Okay,
He a chef.
he's a chef.
He a chef's.
No, his.
His.
His. He's a chef.
He's a chef.
Correct. Next.
Uh, he's an engineer.
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 Okay. Next.
He a soldier.
He's a soldier.
He's a soldier.
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 Yes. He's a soldier.
He's a soldier.
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 He's a soldier.
He's a soldier.
Yes. Okay. The last one.
Uh, she's a reporter.
Okay. Or
Journalist.
she's a journalist.
Okay.
Okay.
She's journalist.
Yes. Okay. So, Kwa, it's about time for us to say goodbye now. I know you are sleepy at this point in time, so let's try to end up our lesson with this one. So we see each other again on Friday. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much for your time. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Have a good night
Okay.
too.
Bye.
Bye bye.